Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Would you like to introduce yourself first?
It's a little introduction. My name's Abdullah, uh, from Masr. I'm interested in learning about Islam.
Great. You're Egyptian.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But live abroad from the day of birth, or just travel?
Uh, I lived in Egypt for like only 2 years, like up until I was two, and then we came to
Okay.
America.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
And you didn't come back again
Let's just for like visits,
visiting?
travel. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But never to
Great.
like move back.
Yes, yes. Great. MashaAllah. You're 16, I think.
17.
Oh, 17. Great. MashaAllah. I think your mother told me has mentioned that you have a job or work
Yeah,
in this young
yeah. I
age.
just got back.
That's great.
That was
Could
late, yeah.
you tell me about that?
Yeah, it's a grocery store in my local place in America. It's called Meyer. And like when people they put all the shopping carts like in the parking lots, I have to bring them all back in.
Great, mashallah. Great.
It's a physical work.
What about your study?
Like at school,
Yeah.
I'm interested in like computer science and math. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a
Great,
little, yeah, having
mashallah.
exams soon.
Do you have Arabic language in school or outside
Do
the
I have
school?
what?
Arabic language?
No, no
No.
Arabic,
And
no class.
religion?
There's no religion classes anywhere either.
Okay.
Just,
Which state do you live in?
it's Michigan.
Michigan.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's right by like right bordering Canada.
Yeah, yeah. I visited Michigan before.
Oh, okay. It's
I
nice.
think in 2017. Maybe I visited twice. The first one was in 2014, and the second one was in 2017.
Mhm.
Michigan, Detroit,
Yeah,
LA.
yeah.
Yes, I visited this place, but for period time, short period of time. All right. Could you tell me why do you need to learn Quran?
So I can like understand it and know like how to interpret it better, so I can
Okay.
apply it like
Why do you have this passion?
like I think the Quran like teaches like the right way to live, and so
Hmm.
like it makes sense that you want to understand it to the best that you can, so
Great,
you can live like
mashallah.
a good life. Yeah.
Great, mashallah. Your friend in the same, you are in the same age?
Yeah, same age, same school year too.
Mashallah. He's a new Muslim from
Yeah, yeah.
how
He's like
many?
I think 4 or 5 months.
Great.
Really?
He's not new.
Yeah, and he
Literally.
prays, he fasts for Ramadan, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah. He knows the pillars and
Yeah,
the basics elements of Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha and stuff like that. Because I'm confused because you are an old one and he is a new one. So the
yeah.
subject it will be your Quran, of course. But what subject he want to learn and you want to learn also. Uh,
Uh,
all right. I thought that we can start with some verses or some surah. Could you please tell me what do you know about Quran?
like memorized.
Memorized and tajweed and tafsir,
Uh,
the science of Quran.
okay.
What what did you know about them?
It's very little. I just forget a lot of it. I used to study more when I was younger, but I've just done less as I got up because of schoolwork. So right now, I'm at the point where I get tajweed and tasfir mixed up. Like, is tajweed the pronunciation?
Hmm.
Tasfir is like understanding, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And tadabbur.
Mhm.
Did did you meet anything about tadabbur? Or do you know anything about tadabbur?
No.
Tadabbur is greater than tafsir. Like
Okay.
if you want to understand something, that's called tafsir. If you want to know the whys or the behind the meaning, it calls tadabbur. Let me give you an example. If I said I need water,
Mhm.
what did you understand from this?
You're thirsty.
No,
Right. Oh,
this is tadabbur. But
okay.
tafsir, maybe I need some water, but you don't know the purpose. You don't
Okay.
know the description or uh, like I need some water, but I didn't mention uh,
The
uh,
reason?
the reason and the description of this water. Maybe water of the sea, maybe water of the
Yeah.
river, maybe a large amount of water or small. Okay, but if I am sitting here and I told you I need water, so you will think that behind this word I'm thirsty. This is tadabbur. But tafsir, I need. So yeah, you ask me to bring you something, water. Yeah, I know water, but I don't know the purpose of this water. So the
Oh,
purpose of something called tadabbur. And one of the
okay.
reason of that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this Quran to us to know the tadabbur, to know beyond the word. Tadabbur, the word, the Arabic word, which means behind something. Okay, behind the reason of something. That's a simple meaning. Okay, but the great meaning um, consist of or contain lots of things. Al-Imam al-Alusi has a great statement about tadabbur called معرفة الشيء وأجزائه. You know a little bit of Arabic, right?
شوية like
Okay.
very little.
معرفة الشيء وأجزائه وسوابقه وأسبابه ولواحقه وأعقابه. What does this mean? معرفة الشيء وأجزائه, to know something, and أجزائه, to know what this subject or this element consists of or contain. Okay? So you cannot know anything, however, you know the details of this thing. So this is part
Yeah.
of tadabbur. And the second part of tadabbur, وسوابقه وأسبابه. What is the previous thing before that thing? This is called سوابقه. وأسبابه,
Okay.
which means the reasons of uh, the reasons of the reasons behind this thing happened, why this thing happened. So you have the first question, what it is, the second question, why this happened, the relationship or the link between the first step and the second step, and the last one, ولواحقه وسوابقه وأسبابه ولواحقه وأتباعه. لواحقه, which means what comes next. The cause before and the result at the end. So
Yeah.
if you want to make this tadabbur, you will go through these three steps. So try to think now, any verse of Quran or each verse of Quran, you have to do this tadabbur, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in Quran, this is one of the reasons of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this Quran to the Prophet Muhammad through Sayyidina Jibreel. Great.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to. I was wonder if we can start with the Makki Quran. Do you
Okay.
know that Quran has Makki
And
surahs and Madani surahs?
yeah, the ones revealed in Mecca and Medina.
No, this is
No?
false information.
I
Okay,
don't know.
okay. Do you know immigration, right?
No.
Or it calls in heritage. It calls heritage. Do you know this word, heritage? Like immigration through these days, travel from country to another one,
Yeah.
to live in another one. So the Makki surah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Sayyidina Muhammad before immigration, before heritage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And the Madani surah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed after immigration. So there are some surahs Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed in Mecca when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came back to Mecca after 8 years
Yeah.
and called
Wow.
Madaniyah. So
Yeah. Okay.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed it in Mecca, however, it's Madaniyah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not Makki was revealed in Mecca and Madani was revealed in Medina. No, before and after. Great. The Quran Makki build Iman. Build Iman. So this is the first step we have to know about Quran. Uh, what 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 is the reasons? What is the how the Muslim deal with other, if there are Muslims or not. And there are three levels or three directions we have to deal with. The first one, how to deal with ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala learned us or taught us in Quran how to deal with ourselves. And there is a knowledge here or a science here called علم التزكية. علم التزكية. Are you familiar with this terminology? This terminology means development of the human being, human development, but not development by learning some stuff or by improve the way of speaking or just the way of thinking, but everything about human being, how this human being could be better, like the best version of yourself, right? So this is
Yeah.
called التزكية, development. And the other level or the other direction, how to deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how to deal with Allah. And the third one, how to deal with people. So there are three levels or three directions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala organized these relationships in Quran, which called maqasid. There is a ilm or a science here talk about those three levels. Al-maqasid. Al-maqasid, which means the objectives of Sharia. So there is a sign called objectives of Sharia or objectives of Quran. There are two signs here. One called objectives of Sharia, and there is someone specific in Quran. So the general meaning in Sharia, because it concludes Quran and Sunnah and the other sources of Sharia. So the first source is Quran. And maqasid al-Quran, there is three reasons of Quran. The first one, ilm at-tazkiyah, how to develop ourselves. The first stage, or the second level, how to deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those relationships called al-masdar and al-maydan and al-mahil. Al-masdar is the source. So the source is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
Right? And al-maydan, no, al-mahil is the human being. This is al-mahil. And al-maydan, it's the community. So al-masdar, al-maydan, al-mahil. Al-masdar, the source, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And al-mahil, al-insan, human being. Al-maydan, al-kawn, the community or the world. Each one of those has has some rights. The right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is worshipping, or al-ikhlas, that we worship none except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Mhm.
And the second one, al-insan, has right. What is the right of insan? At-tazkiyah, development.
Okay.
Got
Yeah.
it? And al-kawn, the world. What is the right of the world? Of the world, al-umran, building,
Okay.
building, and so development of the human being and development of the world, right?
Yeah.
And the science of Sharia works in those three levels or three stages. So I think al-Suwar al-Makkiyya, Makki's chapter, uh, try to organize the way of dealing of a Muslim with himself, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with people. So do you know anything about Yunus chapter?
I know this one with the whale.
You know?
The one about Prophet Yunus.
Yeah, yes, the
The
Prophet
way he
Yunus.
got swallowed by the whale.
Okay. Did you memorize this surah before or not? No.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you know the story of Sayyidina Yunus?
A little bit. I forget some of it, but I know the main.
Okay. Okay. Let me show you something. I'm not gonna tell you the story. I will let you try to remember the story. However, it will come inshallah during the surah. But I will present something to you now before going through this surah, and I encourage you to do the same with which every surah in Quran. Okay? Tafsir, the knowledge of the terminology of tafsir, called about the verses. But there is another ilm, there is another science of Quran called the science of Quran. The science of Quran, one of them is tafsir, and one of them is tadabbur. But
Yeah.
before tafsir and tadabbur, like introduction to this surah, this is called ulum al-Quran. Talk telling you about the surah, like it's Makkiyah or Madaniyah, the purpose of this surah, like introduction to this surah. It calls ulum al-Quran. Okay? Bismillah. Is it visible?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. All right. Surah Yunus. The first thing you have to know about the surah, the name of surah. Like introduction, the name of it.
Yeah.
The name of it, Surah Yunus. Huh?
Okay.
And you have to know that the names, names of surahs is tawqifiyya. What does tawqifiyya mean? Tawqifiyya, that we cannot say the name of the surah except if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the Prophet this surah, the name of this surah, so and so.
Okay.
Okay? So
Yeah.
we cannot imagine a name
Yes.
and called it by it. It's
Yeah.
توقيفية. So
Okay.
وجه التسمية, the reason of this name. Okay? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called this surah سورة يونس؟ لأنها انفردت بذكر قصة قوم يونس. Do you know sometimes every surah in Quran has a hero or
Yeah.
has a first one. So the surah focus in something like Surah Al-Baqarah. concludes lots of things.
Yeah.
But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose something to put a spot on this surah. So وجه التسمية لأنها انفردت بذكر قصة قوم يونس.
Okay.
Because this surah has mentioned the story of Yunus, سيدنا يونس عليه السلام and his people. مقصد السورة. مقصد. Do you remember علم المقاصد? We has mentioned مقاصد القرآن. So, what is the purpose of this surah? مواجهة المكذبين للوحي بالحجج والبراهين ودعوتهم للإيمان ترغيبا وترهيبا. So, this is the purpose, the main purpose of this surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed in Quran how to deal with the people who denied the science of Quran and we called it what, not statement, like argument. Okay, there is an argument from Muslims point of view or from the Quran, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala delivers evidence and reasons for this statement or for this argument. Okay, and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called them to accept these facts through Quran by targhib and tarhib. Targhib, like do you know targhib? Do you know
No.
the meaning? Okay, targhib, like if you want someone to do something, you will say the benefit of this something. So
Okay.
you will encourage him to do so and so. Like if you want someone to lose weight, you will encourage him. How healthy will he be? How okay? The benefit of this thing. This is called targhib. And the other meaning is tarhib. Tarhib, which like if you smoke a cigarette, you will have health issues.
Oh,
If you
the
do
bad.
so the bad things from this. So
Yeah.
this is targhib, and the other way is tarhib. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a style to make this acceptable through your soul, to know that this is the benefit, and I will see the best version of myself and the best way of dealing with anything around me through these verses. So I need to know Quran because this is the best version of myself. I will meet the best version of myself. And here is بين يدي السورة. بين يدي السورة, like introduction. Before you go through this surah, you have some knowledge about it. How many verses it is? Is it Makkiyah or no? So it's 190 and 9, and it's Makkiyah. And ترتيبها في المصحف it's number 10. If you start with الفاتحة number 1, البقرة number 2, آل عمران number 3, so سورة يونس number 10. ترتيبها في النزول 51. ترتيبها في النزول means it's not the first surah or chapter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed, but it's number 51. So from here you will know that the orders of the numbers of chapters in Quran, it's not the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed. So Surah Al-Fatiha, it's number 1 in order in Quran, but it's not the first surah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed. The first surah was Surah Iqra. So the way of how can I say it? I think you are confused now between the first surah and the first surah in Quran and the first surah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed.
Like the way it was revealed is different than the way like it's organized in the Quran.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. You make it easy for me. Thank you. So ترتيبها في النزول it's 51. So in Mus'haf the order in Mus'haf number 10 but it's the number 51 was revealed.
Okay.
Okay. موضوعات السورة it's do you know mind mapping, right? Okay. Here it's like mind mapping but for topics. So
Yeah.
from 1 to 2 the topic will be إنكار موقف المشركين من الوحي. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make an objection for the people who denied the revelations of Quran. So
Yeah.
like make a rebuttal for this for their statement. Okay. And then from 3 to 6 تفرد الله بالخلق وإثبات البعث ودلائل القدرة الإلهية. He rebuttal their statement, but it will not be enough to make them convince them or to show them the right path. You have
Yeah.
to say your statement and you have to present your evidence and reasons. So this is the way how Quran deals with problems, not by reject something without bring the right one. Okay. And from verse 7 to 10 جزاء المؤمنين والكافرين. The people who believed in the right they will face good things, the destiny or in the hereafter. المؤمن, the people who believed will
Yeah.
see the benefit of their belief, and also the non-believers will see the punishment or see according their responsibility by choosing what they want. But you have to carry your responsibility about your choice. Okay. And so and so and so. So this is like a good map for you before going through the surah, to know every topic from ayah what to what, and that will make you that will make it easy for you to memorize and to understand in the same time.
Does this type of map, like, is there like a name for it so I can try to find one in English?
Um,
You
I
know?
don't know. Is there any other translation or interpretation of this work? I will search for you in English and I will deliver this one to you. Okay. The second thing. Here is the purpose of this surah. أغراض السورة. The purpose of this surah. تحدثت السورة في البدء عن الرسالة والرسل وموقف المشركين من القرآن. This surah started with talking about the messengers and how the disbeliever respond to this to the prophet, respond to the prophet and to Quran, then move to present to the people the knowledge about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about their Lord, and about the right, through showing the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the mercy of Allah, and provide them with evidence, and to make them think. So sometimes Quran give you the direct evidence, and sometimes show you some signs and encourage you to use your mind to go to know the results or the reason. It's like Quran don't talk to the ignorance people.
Yeah.
It talks to Quran want to light your brain and move you and encourage you to think and to know the reason. Not every time deliver you the reason, but sometimes encourage you. If you don't know, look around you. Like, huh? Got it? وتضمنت بعض القصص من بعض الأنبياء. This surah has some stories of some prophets, like قصة سيدنا نوح, the story of Noah with his people, and story of Sayyidina Musa, the prophet Musa, peace and blessing be upon him, with Pharaoh, and the story of Sayyidina Yunus, uh, and he is the first one or the hero of this surah, and and the reason, you have to know the reason of those stories, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned this story during this surah. So the reason of it, لبيان سنة الله الكونية في إهلاك الظالمين. بيان سنة الله الكونية في إهلاك الظالمين, which means there is a result of the people who deny the verses of Allah after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has delivered the evidence and the reasons. So through this through those or these stories, there is a common thing, which is the result. If the people accept, they will see a good thing. If the people reject with no reason, with no logic, there is a sunnah kawniyya. So they will see the punishment. That will encourage you to be with the believers, and makes you fear or try to avoid the other destination of the other choice. And how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show the people who believe the victory, and how the other one will lose if they continue their life in this way. And the surah ended by بأمر الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم بالاستمساك بشريعة الله. That will encourage the Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم, peace and blessing be upon him, to commit to this sharia, and to commit to this deen, to this religion, and to be patient. Because you will see something through or during your journey. So you have to believe, and you have to be patient if you see some other or harm or any difficulties through your way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the sake of Allah. And then we have to know al-munasaba. There is a science. It's one of the science of Quran, of the science of Quran, called al-munasabat. Write it down. Al-munasabat. Al-munasabat, which means the link between things. What is the link between this and this? Like, what is the link between Surah Yunus and the previous surah? Okay, this is kind of al-munasabat. And the other one, the beginning of the surah and the ending of this surah. There is a link between the beginning and the ending? Yes. This is علم المناسبات talked about this. And the third way, or the third thing of المناسبات, it could be between one surah with another, or one verse with another. However, it's in the same surah or in another surah. Right? Got it? Like when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned ayah in Quran, وَتَرَى الْأَرْضَ هَامِدَةً, and in another surah called وَتَرَى الْأَرْضَ خَاشِعَةً. Huh? What is the difference between هَامِدَة and خَاشِعَة? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the same verse, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about the land, it's like the people who in the praying, like they are khashi'in, concentrate and focus in the salah, and in another surah make the earth like the dead human being, or the dead body. Okay, وترى الأرض هامدة, like a dead. Okay, so you will know the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse called hamida and the other one called khashi'ah. You will see this through the previous or the next verses. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked to people about his ability of return people from death, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deliver this evidence. You can see the land and it's dead, and you know how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring water to this land, and you can see a life. You can see the flowers or the vegetables or the trees, huh? And it was dead, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you see this, makes you see this to believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can return the dead people. So it's evidence to make you believe in the ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of making ba'ath, huh? To know that there is a resurrection day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call the people to come back from death to life. Okay, so that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you gave you an example for the earth to this reason, huh? To know the ability of Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the earth and used the word hamida. Okay, hamida, which like the dead people. And in another surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned the same verse, but changed, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has changed this word only, hamida, with another word called khashi'ah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to make this tashbih or this statement to teach you another thing, huh? How the people have standing in their prayer with khushu', sukun, hudu, like calm, like concentrate, like surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like like the earth didn't move, huh? It's not moving. Actually, it's moving. But when you see it, you can see sukun, you can see hudu, you can see it silent, right? So the one who pray should be like the earth, or the opposite. The earth, it's like the people who are standing in prayer, right? So this is called al-munasabat. So it could be between surah and another, or between ayah or another, or between the ending of surah and the beginning of the next surah, Huh? So the next and the previous, there is a link. And also in the same surah, the beginning and the ending. So here we will see the munasabat, the links between the previous surah and this surah. The previous surah called Surah At-Tawbah. The the surah before Surah Yunus, Surah At-Tawbah. And the ending of Surah At-Tawbah, the previous surah, there is a verse called لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم, verse 128. Okay. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. This verse called told the people who believe, talk to the believers, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent a prophet, and he is the من أنفسكم, which means the one you know, the his not statement, no, his like the best of you, and you know his father and his mother, and you know more about him, and he comes from a good nasab, or a good parents, and in a good family, huh? So he is the best, and also from the community, lighted, and also he's from your people. He is not from another people. It's from your people, and the best of you, and also the best family, you know. عزيز عليه ما عنتم. He عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. He is mercy for you, and he will be sad for you if you didn't accept the verses who delivered to you, and stuff like that. Okay, this is the ending of this surah, and the beginning of this surah, the previous surah. This is the ending of Surah At-Tawbah, and this surah talked about أكان للناس عجبا أن أوحينا إلى verse number 2. أكان للناس عجبا أن أوحينا إلى رجل منهم أن أنذر الناس. Like Allah, Quran wondered why the people didn't understand, or تعجب, like why the people deny that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will deliver his message through one of you. What is the wrong with this? Why? Why you didn't accept this? أكان للناس عجبا أن أوحينا إلى رجل منهم. Huh? So one of you is one of you. So what can make you wonder? Why? why can make you didn't accept this? أكان للناس عجبا أن أوحينا إلى رجل منهم أن أنذر الناس وبشر الذين آمنوا أن لهم قدم صدق عند ربهم قال الكافرون إن هذا لسحر مبين. So there is a statement in the previous surah, and here in the beginning of this surah, Al-Quran has mentioned their statement, and he delivered it by the way why they didn't accept the first statement, by telling their statement, and refuse it, or make a rebuttal for this by evidence and reason. So you can see now the link between the previous surah and the next one. This is very important to know that Al-Quran there is وحدة موضوعية. وحدة موضوعية it's like one unit. It's one unit. Okay. This is المناسبة للسورة بما قبلها. And there is a مناسبة, a link through this surah from the beginning and the end. We has mentioned in the beginning أكان للناس عجبا أن أوحينا إلى رجل منهم. The same verse we has mentioned now why they didn't accept this statement that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will deliver his message through one of you. So what can make you wonder? And the ending of the same surah. So the link between the beginning of the surah and the end of the same surah. The ending واتبع ما يوحى إليك من ربك واتبع ما يوحى wait please واتبع ما يوحى إليك واصبر حتى يحكم الله وهو خير الحاكمين. Like if you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told the prophet, you have your statement, and they will make an objection or rebuttal or refuse your message. Maybe you will feel lonely. Maybe you will feel ashamed. Maybe you will leave your statement because you don't want to be different from your people. But Quran has mentioned at the end, through this journey, do not let this verse go. Okay, wastamsik. You know this is right, so commit to it and be patient for the any harm may face you, or may you will see some difficulties. So be patient because you know that's right, and wait for the judgment day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say his word by bring the believers to Jannah and deliver them to Jannah, and the other one to the hellfire. So this is al-munasabat. Before and after the previous surah and the same surah and the next surah. So you can see the whole line, and also between the beginning and the ending, and also the third one between some verses with other, maybe in the same surah or in another surah. So now you are familiar with the signs of al-munasabat, right? Do you have any question here? Great. Alhamdulillah. And here تبسيط فهم معاني سورة سور القرآن. The here تبسيط فهم المعاني like you know the topics, right? We mentioned the topic. Here we will mention the conclusion of this topic. Great. So you know the topic and you know the conclusion of it. From 1 to 2, Al-Quran وموقف المشركين منه. So there is a topic and there is a conclusion of this topic. So الإيمان بالقضاء والقدر from 1 to 10. This verse will talk about the موقف المشركين من القرآن, how they refuse this statement. And from 3 to 6, the evidence of the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his ability. And from 7 to 10, المنكرون ليوم القيامة, the people who didn't believe or don't believe in the last day or the judgment day or the resurrection. and جزاء المؤمنين, the result will the result of the people who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that will make you easy, that will make the Quran easy for you, and you can see everything. You know the topic, you know the conclusion, you can see the links between surahs and verses. All right. That's it. And the last thing, mm, سورة يونس, آياتها 190, معنى اسمها, the meaning of the surah, and the reason of this meaning, الأسماء, المقاصد, the objectives of this surah, سبب النزول, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed this surah, فضلها, يعني the فضلها, like uh, the benefit of this surah, and the last thing, المناسبات, and the links between some surah or another. That's it. I will send you this pictures, and I will search for some English translation or interpretation for this conclusion, and also you try to search for it in English, and if you found something, please send it to me, and if I find anything, I will deliver it to you also. Great. I can't hear you. Maybe your mic is off. Could you please turn your mic on?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Could you send me this one too? That's in Arabic.
Okay, I will send
Yeah.
I will send it to you
Okay, shukran.
in Arabic. And if you found translation or other links about the signs of this surah in English, please also deliver it to me. Okay?
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Okay. I need your feedback now to try to make the next one better.
I liked it. I feel like what you did like today was good. I liked it. It was
Alhamdulillah.
interesting. I learned a lot.
And
Alhamdulillah.
excuse me, I didn't practice English from long
No,
time.
it's good.
So
You have good English.
inshallah will be better in the future.
Yeah, and if you can try, like I can understand some Arabic. You can try like saying it in Arabic, and if I understand, like if I'll try to understand it in Arabic.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
that will be
I
great.
know a good amount. Like yeah,
طيب الحمد لله.
yeah,
الحمد لله. جزاكم الله كل خير. See you إن
yeah,
شاء الله next week.
yeah, inshallah.
السلام عليكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. You know this دعاء at the end of مجلس called
No,
دعاء ختم المجلس.
what's it called?
دعاء ختم المجلس.
Okay.
Like ending the meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll try to remember.
سبحانك اللهم
Allahumma.
وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Okay.
أوكي. يلا جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.